continue our look at Athenaze, and we come to chapter 3, Kephalaion Tria. And I'm going to continue to read with a classical restored pronunciation. And you'll notice the differences between that and an Erasmian or a modern Greek pronunciation. And but I may revert back and forth sometimes between that and elements of a modern, just because it's really hard to switch between three. But we'll do our best here. So chapter 3, Athenaze. Let's begin the reading here. O Ӓροτος alpa. Omen dikaiopolus silaune tus bus soide bois helcusi to Ӓροτον. Ore zantias spere to sperma. Alidu menus in hobois Geuceti helcusi to Ӓροτον. Homenun dikaiopolus tus bus kali kai speudete obois pesen me menete hoide bois etimenusen houn dikaiopolus diati menete obois pesen kai blepe prosto Ӓροτον kedu litus impodisde auto on dikaiopolus lambane ton liton alau kaire auton megas carestin kaleun ton dulon ke ertedero hosantia pesen que sulambane litos garmegos to Ӓροτον impodisde oide bois menusen on zantias pradeos proscore alus sulampane blepe gar proston liton kai megas estin holitos or despota pesen idu u donaton estin airen auton ode dikaiopolus me argosiste pesen alla sulambane donaton garestin airen ton liton Hamon ho te despotes ke o doulos airusiton liton ke perusen auton ectuagru. In hoi de perusen auton, patai ho xantias kai catabale ton liton. Ode litos pipte proston tu dikaiopilidos poda. Hon dikaiopolis te nasde kai. Zeo pesen. Peu tu podas. Lambane ton liton o anoete. Kai aire auton que meutos kaios isti ores antias dial diurto cale poseo despota pesin ugar aetios semiego megas garesteno litos kai donaton esten auton pere ode dikaiopolus me plurare o mastilla, al aire ton liton que ec perre ec tu agru. Aurtis un aerusiton liton que molis, ec perus en auton ec tu agru. Epita deho me indicaiopolis launetus pus. Hoide bois sucete menus in alle heluxi tun arotron. So let's look at the translation then, and so beginning in line 1. So what we have here is we start off with a mende construction. Get a pen here, and okay, and you have this. Oops. Well, I don't know if I can pull this up or not. Let me see. Should get it. There we go. You've got men and de. So on the one hand, on the other is the idea. Dikaiopoulos is ilaone. He's driving the oxen, and the oxen is the subject. What are they doing? The oxen are driving the plow, the to ortron. And Xanthias is sowing. He is spere to sperma. He's sowing the seed. But behold, and this is like an exclamation mark, or and look, something like that. The oxen are waiting. These oxen are waiting, or they're remaining idle. We could say they're just remaining idle and no longer drag the plow. And so Dikaiopoulos calls the oxen and he says, "Spoudete." Here's your imperative. Hurry. Hurry up, oxen, he says. Don't remain. Don't wait. Another imperative. Don't wait. But the oxen are still waiting. Therefore, and so we could say, and so Dikaiopoulos says, why, question mark, why are you waiting, oxen? And looks at the plow, and look, and another interjection, and behold, and look, a stone, a lithos, is impodize. That means to obstruct. Impodize. Actually, impodize actually consists of in, the preposition in, and the root of the word for foot, poros. So, originally referred to something like putting one's feet in bonds or fetters, but it comes to mean something like obstruct. And so he says, for the big stone is obstructing the plow. He says, is obstructing, the stone is obstructing it. And so Dikaiopoulos takes hold of the stone. And so Dikaiopoulos takes hold of the stone, but he does not aire athon, he does not lift it. Why does he not lift it? For it is megas, for it is great. Okay. And so he calls the slave, and what does he say? He says, El tetero, come here, O Xanthias. He says, and help, sulampane, help. For a big stone is impodize, is obstructing the to aortron. And the oxen are remaining, or they're waiting idle. Okay. All right. Line 10. Let's see. Or that's line 15. Yeah, 16. And so Xanthias slowly approaches, Bradeos slowly approaches, but he does not help, for he looks at the stone and he says, the stone is megas, is great. The stone is big, master. He says, look. You see a lot of this interjection here showing up a lot. Look, the stone is big, master. He says, look, it is not possible to lift it. But Dicæopolis, okay, what does he say in response? Says, but Dicæopolis says, don't be lazy. Don't be lazy, but help. And then he says, for it is possible. It is possible to, and you get this infinitive here, it is possible to lift the stone. And together, we could say, and together both the master and the slave, so you've got this kai construction. Anyway, I don't know what happened to that, but you've got this te kai construction here, and that gives you this sort of both and emphasis. You have ho te despotes ke ho doulos. English is far more sparing in its use of both and, only inserting both for emphasis. But Greek almost invariably uses te with the first member of the pair of things or persons, and so that's why you get ho te despotes ke ho doulos. And so, don't be lazy, but help, for it is possible to lift a stone. And so together, both the master and the slave lift the stone and are carrying it. They are carrying it ek tu agru, out of the field. Let's move down. Let's move down and pick up the next section. So this is temporal here. And so we could say, like, and while they were carrying it, in plus the dative, and while they were carrying it, Xanthias stumbles, he falls, and he drops the stone, and the stone falls on Dicæopolis's poda, on his foot. And so Dicæopolis, so therefore Dicæopolis Ἀθήναζε, Dicæopolis groans, and what does he say? He says, Zeus, oh Zeus, essentially, oh Zeus, my poor foot. He says, oh Zeus, my poor foot. Let's move the screen down. Take hold of the stone, and then you have this interesting, essentially he says, take hold of the stone, really something like, oh fool, you fool, and lift it, and don't be so is adverb, and don't be so skyos. That means to be not sure-footed. It's the opposite of being sure-footed. It is somebody who's clumsy. Don't be so clumsy. Uh, and so, but Xanthias says, he doesn't like that. So he says, why, again, why are you so hard? Why are you so hard, O master? I am not to blame. So he wants to absolve himself of any blame here. I am not to blame, for the stone is big, and it is not possible, uses the negation here, it is not possible, the infinitive, to lift it. Okay? But Dicaeopolis says, don't filiare, don't, this is essentially, don't speak nonsense, would be the way we would probably gloss. Don't speak nonsense, oh mastigia. This is again, mastigia is like a fool. He's already used the word fool earlier, but here he's going to use a sort of a synonym, but probably, I mean, this could probably be glossed in a few different ways, but we'll go with like, oh, foolish one. Don't talk nonsense, you foolish one, but lift the stone, but aireton liton, but lift the stone and ekpere, carry it from the field. And so they lift, and so again, they lift, therefore, again, they lift the stone, kai molis, and so again, they lift the stone, and with difficulty, they ekperusin, they carry it right out of the field. Okay, so then you have the last line, then, but then on the one hand, you got another mende right here, but on the one hand, then Dicaeopolis drives the oxen, and the oxen no longer remain, they no longer wait or sit idle, but helkusi ton aortron, but drag the plow. And that's chapter 3, Alpa.